Hello everyone, welcome to my channel JG Edu Center. So in today's video lecture, we are going to discuss CBSE Maths sample question paper for 10th class. So in the question paper, there will be three sections, section A, B and C. So let us begin with section A, question number 1. The statement is find the value of A25 minus A15 for the AP 6, 9, 12, 15 and so on. Now the first term of this AP, A is equal to 6. So let us write A equals to 6 and the common difference D will be equal to 9 minus 6, which is 3. So for this AP, the value of A is 6 and the value of D is 3. Then we are going to use the formula AN is equal to A plus N minus 1 D in order to find the value of A25 and A15. So A25 will be equal to A plus 24D and similarly A15 will be equal to A plus 14D. So let us write that. A25 minus A15 will be equal to A plus 24D minus bracket A plus 14D. This will be equal to A plus 24D, and on opening the bracket the signs will be changed because there is minus sign outside the bracket. So this will be A plus 24D minus A minus 14D. This A and A will be cancelled out and we are left with 24D minus 14D, which is 10D. So this will be 10 into the value of D is 3. So 10 into 3 will be equal to 30. So the value of A25 minus A15 comes out to be equal to 30. Now next there is a OR part, option choice question also. So the OR part is if 7 times the 7th term of the AP is equal to 5 times the 5th term, then find the value of its 12th term. So here the 7th term of the AP will be A7 and the 5th term of the AP will be A5. And according to the condition given in the question, 7 times A7 will be equal to 5 times A5. So we can write this as 7A7 is equal to 5A5. And then again we are going to use the formula AN is equals to A plus N minus 1D for A7 and A5. So A7 side will be written as 7 in bracket A plus 7 minus 1D will be equal to 5 bracket A plus 5 minus 1 into D. This will be 7 A plus 6D is equal to 5 A plus 4D. Then it will be 7A plus 42D is equal to 5A plus 20D. On simplifying, 7A minus 5A plus 42D minus 20D will be equal to 0. So this will be 2A plus 42 minus 20 is 22. So 2A plus 22D is equals to 0. Now we can take 2 common from here. So taking 2 common, it will be 2 in bracket A plus 11D equals to 0, which means A plus 11D will be equal to 0. And in the question we have to find the value of 12th term. Now 12th term will be written as A12 will be written as A plus 12 minus 1 into D. If we have to write the 12th term A12, it can be written as A plus 12 minus 1 into D, which is A plus 11D. And here also we have got our solution as A plus 11D equals to 0. The equation which we have solved 7A7 is equals to 5A5. This equation has given us the final answer as a plus 11d equals to 0, and a plus 11d is nothing but a12, the 12th term of the AP. So the 12th term of the AP will be 0. a12 is equal to 0. Next, question number 2. Find the value of m so that the quadratic equation mx 5x minus 6 plus 9 equals to 0 has two equal roots. Now here the equation given is mx 5x minus 6 plus 9 equals to 0, which can be written as 5mx square minus 6mx plus 9 equals to 0. And if we compare this equation with the standard form of quadratic equation, the standard form of quadratic equation is ax square plus bx plus c equals to 0. So on comparing this equation with the standard form, we will get the values of a, b and c. So the value of a will be 5m, a equals to 5m. The value of b will be minus 6m and the value of c will be 9. So these will be the values of a, b and c. A is 5m, b is minus 6m and c is 9. Now in the question it is written that this quadratic equation has two equal roots, and we know that for equal roots the discriminant d is equal to 0. So here we will write that for equal roots the discriminant d equals to 0. And what is d? D is equal to b square minus 4ac. So we will write that for equal roots b square minus 4ac is equals to 0. On substituting the values of b, a and c, we will get the following equation: minus 6m whole square minus 4 into a is 5m and c is 9. So minus 6m whole square minus 4 into 5m into 9 will be equal to 0. This will be 36m square minus 5 4s are 20, 29s are 180. 36m square minus 180m will be equal to 0. From here we can take 36m common. So 36m will be taken as common, and in brackets m minus 5 will be left. So this will be 36m bracket m minus 5 will be equal to 0. So on solving this, 36m is equals to 0 or m minus 5 equals to 0. So if 36m is equals to 0, that means the value of m is 0. And if m minus 5 is 0, that means the value of m will be 5. So we have solved the quadratic equation, and the roots are m is 0 or m is 5. Now, if we carefully look at the value m is equals to 0, then we can very easily see that if we put the value of m equals to 0 in this equation, then this equation will not be satisfied. That means m is equals to 0 does not satisfy this quadratic equation. If m will be 0, the answer should be 9. But here in the equation the answer is 0. That means m cannot be 0 because the value of m as 0 does not satisfy the given equation. So we are going to reject this value of m equals to 0 because it does not satisfy the given equation. So the final answer will be m is equals to 5 because this value satisfies the equation. So the value of m in this question will be equal to 5. Now question number 3. From a point P, two tangents PA and PB are drawn to a circle C with radius R. If OP is equals to 2R, then find angle APB. What type of triangle is APB? So let us first draw the figure for this question. So this is a circle with center O and radius R. So let us draw the radius OA as R. And this is the point P which is outside the circle, and from this point P we are drawing two tangents PA and PB. We have to find the value of angle APB, and we have to tell what type of triangle is triangle APB. So here R is the radius of the circle and OP is equal to 2R. And if we look at this angle OAP, just look at this angle OAP. Now this angle OAP will be equal to 90 degree. This angle OAP will be equal to 90 degree. Why? Because tangent is perpendicular to the radius at the point of contact. So this is the point of contact A, and this tangent PA will be perpendicular to OA, and for that reason angle OAP will be equal to 90 degree, and we are going to specify the reason. Tangent is perpendicular to the radius at the point of contact. That means angle OAP is equals to 90 degree. And let us assume angle APO. This angle APO, let us assume this angle APO to be equal to theta. Now if we look at this triangle OAP, in triangle OAP this angle is 90 degree. That means triangle OAP is a right angle triangle. It is a right triangle. So if we find out the value of sine theta, this is theta, and if we find out the value of sine theta, we know that sine theta is perpendicular by base. And in this triangle, what is the perpendicular? OA is the perpendicular. Sine theta is equals to perpendicular by hypotenuse. And in this triangle, perpendicular is OA and hypotenuse is OP. So sine theta can be written as P by H, which will be equal to OA by OP. OA is equal to R and OP is equal to 2R. So sine theta will be equal to R by 2R, which is equal to 1 by 2. And we know 1 by 2 is sine 30 degree. The value of sine 30 is 1 by 2. So we can write this as sine theta is equals to sine 30 degree, which means that the value of theta is 30 degree. So this angle APO is equal to 30 degree. Similarly, angle BPO will also be 30 degree. If we are going to apply the same thing in this triangle OBP, then we will get the value of angle BPO as 30 degree. So angle APO is 30 degree and similarly angle BPO will also be 30 degree. So therefore angle APB will be equal to 30 plus 30, 60 degree. Let us write angle APB. This is the angle which we have to find out. So this angle APB will be equal to 30 plus 30, which is 60 degree. Now, the second step, the second part of the question is to tell what type of triangle is APB. We have to tell like if it is a special type of triangle or not. So, in triangle APB, these two sides PA and PB are equal. PA is equal to PB. Why? Because there is a property, tangents drawn to a circle from an external point are equal. Tangents drawn to a circle from an external point are equal. So here P is the external point. Therefore, PA and PB, these two tangents will be equal. So in this triangle APB, PA is equals to PB. That means these two angles PAB and PBA will be equal to each other. If these two sides are equal, that means these two angles which are opposite to these sides will be equal, because we have a property, angles opposite to equal sides of a triangle are equal. So first of all, we are going to write PA is equals to PB. For that, the reason is tangents drawn to a circle from external point are equal. And after that, we will write angle PAB is equal to angle PBA. And the reason is angles opposite to equal sides of a triangle are equal. Now, if we use the angle sum property in this triangle, then we will get the value of these two angles. This angle is already known. This angle APB is already known as 60 degree, and these two angles are equal. So we can write the angle sum property as angle APB plus angle PAB plus angle PBA is equals to 180 degree. So this APB is 60 degree plus, if we suppose these PAB and PBA as x, so 60 degree plus x will be equal to 180 degree. So 60 degree plus 2x is equals to 180 degree. 2x is equals to 120 degree. So x will be equal to 60 degree. So in this triangle, all the three angles are equal to 60 degree. This, all three angles are 60 degree. Therefore, this triangle APB is an equilateral triangle. So, PAB or APB or whatever the name of the triangle, this triangle is an equilateral triangle. Now, next question number 4. The curved surface area of a right circular cone is 12320 centimeter square. If the radius of its base is 56 centimeter, then find its height. So CSA of cone is given, and we know the formula for CSA of cone, that is pi RL. So the value of pi RL is given as 12320. So using this, we are going to find the value of L. L is the slant height. So it will be pi RL is equals to 12320. So 22 by 7 into R is 56 into L is equal to 12320. And from here, the value of L will be equal to 12320 into 7 upon 22 into 1 by 56. This will be cancelled out. 2, 11, 2, 6, 1, 6, 0. And further it will be cancelled out. And the final answer will come out to be L is equal to 70 centimeter. So L is equal to 70 centimeter. The slant height is 70 centimeter. And in the question, we have to find the height. So we have a relation between L, H and R, which is L square is equal to H square plus R square. So from this relation, we are going to find the value of H. So L square is equals to H square plus R square. L is 70 square is equals to H square plus 56 square. So H square is equals to 70 square minus 56 square. And then we can use the identity A square minus B square. So H square will be equal to 70 minus 56 in one bracket, and in the another bracket it will be 70 plus 56. So H square is equals to 70 minus 56 is 14 and 70 plus 56 is 126. And then we have to find out the square root of this 14 into 126. So we are going to factorize it. 14 के factors 2 into 7 and 126 के factors होंगे 2 into 3 into 3 into 7. So H will be equal to 2 into 7 into 3. So this will be 7 3s are 21, 21 into 2 42. So the value of H will be equal to 42 centimeter. Next question number 5. Mrs. Garg recorded the marks obtained by her students in the following table. She calculated the model marks of the students of the class as 45. While printing the data, a blank was left. Find the missing frequency in the table given below. So here is the table in which there are two columns, marks obtained and number of students, and this is the missing blank. 40 to 60 का जो class interval है उसकी जो frequency है that is the missing frequency. So basically we have to find out this missing frequency. So let us denote this missing frequency as P. Let P be the missing frequency. So first of all we are going to find out the model class. The model marks means mode. So the mode for this data is given as 45. And just see 45 falls in which class interval? So the model marks or the mode, the value of mode lies in which class interval? This one, 40 to 60. That means this 40 to 60 will be taken as the model class. The value of mode is 45. So the model class will be taken as 40 to 60. So L, which is the lower limit of model class, is 40 because we have to use the formula of mode in this question, and for that we need the value of L, H, F1, F0 and F2. So L is the lower limit of model class which is 40. H is the class size which is 20. So L is equal to 40 and H is equal to class size which is 20. Now what will be F1? F1 is the frequency of the model class. F1 is equal to frequency of model class which we have supposed to be P. So F1 is equal to P. F0 or F0. You can say F0 also, you can say F0 also. So F0 or F0 is the frequency of class preceding the model class. मॉडल क्लास से पहले की जो क्लास इंटरवल है उसकी फ्रीक्वेंसी को हम F0 बोलते हैं. So F0 is the frequency of class preceding the model class. So here F0 will be 10. F0 is the frequency of class preceding the model class which will be taken as 10. And F2 is the frequency of class succeeding the model class. That means model class की जो next class है उसकी frequency को हम F2 बोलते हैं. So F2 is the frequency of class succeeding the model class next to the model class. So here F2 will be 6. Now we are going to use the formula of mode. Mode is equal to L plus F1 minus F0 upon 2F1 minus F0 minus F2 into H. So this is the formula of mode. On substituting the values, mode is 45. So 45 is equal to L is 40 plus F1 is P, F0 is 10. So P minus 10 upon 2 into F1 is P, 2P minus F0 is 10 minus F2 is 6. So this will be P minus 10 by 2P minus 10 minus 6 into H is 20. So this will be 45 minus 40 is equals to P minus 10 by 2P minus 16 into 20. So this will be 45 minus 45 and this 20 can be taken here. So 5 by 20 will be equal to P minus 10 by 2P minus 16. So this 5 by 20 will be 1 by 4. 1 by 4 is equals to P minus 10 by 2P minus 16. And on cross multiplying, 2P minus 16 will be equal to 4P minus 10. This will be equal to 2P minus 16 is equals to 4P minus 40. This will be 4p minus 2p minus 40 plus 16 is equals to 0. So this will be 2p minus 24 is equals to 0, which implies 2p is equals to 24, and therefore p will be 24 by 2 or 12. So the missing frequency in this table is 12. Next, question number 6. If Ritu were younger by 5 years than what she really is, then the square of her age would have been 11 more than 5 times her present age. What is her present age? So let us assume that the present age of Ritu is equal to x years. The present age of Ritu is equal to x years. Now it is written that if Ritu were younger by 5 years, that means if she is 5 years younger, present age is x, and if she is 5 years younger, that means her age will be x minus 5. Younger means chota, so x minus 5 will be the age if she is younger by 5 years. And according to the question, this x minus 5 ka square of her age, x minus 5 square will be equal to 11 more than 5 times her present age. 5 times her present age means 5x, and 11 more means 5x plus 11. So according to the given question, the equation will be x minus 5 whole square will be equal to 5x plus 11. And we have to solve this equation and get the value of x. So this will be x square minus 10x plus 25 using the identity a minus b whole square. This will be x square minus 10x plus 25, which will be equal to 5x plus 11. So here x square minus this 10x and 5x will be minus 15x plus 25 minus 11 will be 14. So x square minus 15x plus 14 is equals to 0, and after that we have to solve this equation by middle term splitting. So it will be x square minus 14x minus 1x plus 14 is equals to 0. And from here we can take x common. So in bracket x minus 14 and outside the bracket it will be x minus 14 minus, from here we can take 1 common, minus 1 x minus 14 equals to 0. So x minus 14 x minus 1 be equal to 0. So either x will be equal to 14 or x will be equal to 1. Now if we take x is equals to 1, x is basically the present age of Ritu. So if we take x as 1, that means if the present age of Ritu is 1 year, then 5 years younger she would be how many years? 1 minus 5 means minus 4. That means 5 years before she would have been minus 4 years. So the value of age cannot be negative. That means we are going to reject this value of x is equals to 1. Because if we take x is equals to 1, then Ritu's age will be negative 5 years ago. So that cannot be possible. So we are going to reject this value of x. Here x is equals to 1 cannot be taken. So the other option is x is equals to 14, and if we take x is equals to 14, then the ages will be positive only. So the present age of Ritu comes out to be equal to 14 years. Now there is a OR part in this question. OR part is solve for x, and the equation is 9x square minus 6px plus p square minus q square is equals to 0. So first of all we are going to find out the value of a, b and c on comparing this equation with the standard form of quadratic equation. So standard form is ax square plus bx plus c equals to 0, and on comparing, a will come out to be 9, b will be minus 6p and c will be p square minus q square. A is 9, b is minus 6p and c is p square minus q square. After that, we are going to find out the discriminant D, which is b square minus 4ac. So, discriminant D will be b square minus 4ac. B square is minus 6p whole square. Minus 4 into a is 9 and c is p square minus q square. So, this will be equal to 36p square minus 9 fours are 36p square plus 36q square. So 36 p square will be cancelled out and we are left with d is equals to 36q square. After that, we are going to take out the square root of this discriminant, because roots of quadratic equation are minus b plus minus root d by 2a. So we need to find the value of root d also. So root d will be equal to root 36q square, which will be equal to 6q. So root d is 6q. Now roots of the quadratic equation can be written as minus b plus minus root d by 2a. That means one root will be minus b plus root d by 2a and another will be minus b minus root d by 2a. So on substituting the values, b is minus 6. So this will be minus of minus 6 plus root d is 6q. So this will be minus of minus 6p plus 6q upon 2 into 9. And the other one will be minus of minus 6p minus 6q by 2 into 9. So this one will be 6p plus 6q by 18. And on taking 6 common, it will be p plus q by 3. Similarly here, the answer will be p minus q by 3. So one root of the quadratic equation is p plus q by 3 and the another is p minus q by 3. So these were the 6 questions in section A and all these questions were of 2 marks each. In the next video lecture, we are going to discuss the section B, in which there will be 3 mark questions. Thank you.